Aries Systems is a leading developer of workflow infrastructure solutions for scholarly journal publishers. Thousands of journals use Editorial Manager and Production Manager, our web-based peer review and production tracking systems, to process millions of manuscripts each year. In this video, we'll explore Aries' strategic plans for the evolution of journal workflow with the creation of a comprehensive XML solution called LiXuid Manuscript. It is important that editorial workflow platforms for scholarly journals take the unstructured and unformatted content received from authors, in the form of Word documents or PDFs, and apply a production process to transform that content into structured, industry-compliant XML that can be optimized for reading and other uses. XML is important to the publishing workflow because it separates the content from the format and uses semantic tagging to structure that content. A single XML file can then be transformed into a variety of formats: HTML for online presentation, PDF, eBook, etc. Enhanced by industry-standard persistent identifiers for people, institutions, and online resources, the machine-readable tagging in XML makes discovering and searching articles quicker and more accurate. This process of XML conversion, formatting, and composition typically costs publishers hundreds of dollars per manuscript, and can sometimes be the reason for frustrating delays in the publication process. Document transformation work is typically undertaken by vendors whose processes rely heavily on human intervention. Publishers often do not have good visibility into the process and therefore have trouble discerning where costs are incurred or how they can be minimized. Traditionally, conversion work is both manual and expensive, and it is typically undertaken only for accepted manuscripts, so the benefits of structuring aren't available upstream. This causes dislocation for authors, reviewers, and editors as they bounce between different systems and versions of documents. The solution is to integrate XML conversion and editing directly into the peer review system. LiXuid Manuscript will combine innovative technologies with workflow protocols to provide an XML-based solution for comprehensive manuscript submission, editing, and publication, and will be fully integrated with existing Aries platforms, Editorial Manager, and Production Manager. LiXuid Manuscript is being released in 3 phases over time. The first phase, Extract, is already available. Extract uses XML behind the scenes to convert submission metadata from manuscript files to pre-populate submission fields. Phase 2, Journal Article Production, will allow for import and export of XML files and will introduce a word processor-like editing tool for authors and editors. In this editing environment, changes can be made to the article directly, rather than relying on vendors to interpret and apply changes. As changes are made to the document, the XML is updated automatically behind the scenes, significantly decreasing the time to publication and reliance on composition vendors. XML conversion to various DTDs and export will also be available. Later in Phase 2, full XML conversion of the manuscript will also be available as a task in Production Manager, and conversion will take place at any point in the workflow. Auto-pagination and other tools will also be available in the production workflow. In Phase 3, LiXuid Manuscript will introduce the full text conversion to XML into the peer review process. This will happen immediately upon submission to the journal. It will enable reviewers to directly comment on articles using online tools, and authors will be able to make revisions within the editing tool. With the full text of the manuscript in the database, you will be able to create robust taxonomies and fully composed preprints on the fly. LiXuid Manuscript offers journal publishers many advantages. There are substantial cost-saving opportunities because manual processes will be replaced with automated modules. Time to publication following final acceptance will be close to 0, because the system already contains a structured version of the manuscript. LiXuid will be tightly integrated with an Editorial Manager and Production Manager. As the world's leading vendor of workflow solutions for scholarly journals, Aries is ideally placed to manage the synchronization of LiXuid Manuscript components with external databases. LiXuid will require ongoing, multi-year, and multi-million-dollar investments. Ares invests more than $6 million per year in new technology and is therefore one of the few companies with the resources and unique workflow knowledge to implement this solution. To learn more about LiXuid Manuscript, contact your Ares account coordinator or visit aressys.com for a free demonstration.